everything's covered. Everything is, oh, it must be to do with our image.
Hi, I'm Josh Akash, and this is Wrong Opinion in the jungles of Costa Rica. You know, when you first got to Costa Rica, you turned to me when I picked you guys up from the airport, and then you said something to me. What were those words?
I forget.
I mean, it might seem cheesy because it's like it's something that you might find on a sign in Target that you buy for your kitchen, but you turned to me and you said, "I'm home." You know, it really touched me because. You know, I knew you'd like it out here, and I thought that, you know, getting you on this podcast to interview you, this is like the most fitting thing, because I don't think you've ever really done an interview, a proper interview.
I picked you up from the airport, and you're where I live.
All right, because it's for internet clout. So you live in Costa Rica. What made you?
Back, you see where that road goes, and then down there. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I live back there.
On a serious note, Mike Ma, you are kind of elusive, for lack of a better word. I mean, you don't really do interviews. You have a pretty vibrant fan base, very diverse, actually, fan base. I mean, I know that a lot of trannies follow you. I don't know why, but they do. Yeah, you are trans.
Hey, you're not one of those silly men that's dressed like a woman, are you? No, baby, I'm the real thing.
But why is it that you kind of want to be behind the shadows?
Because I never wanted to be an internet figure. I think it's kind of stupid. And I don't like the culture around it. I think it's dumb. And once I started to get a bunch of followers, I kind of immediately regretted it, and then did the best that I could to make something positive out of it, which was talk about raw milk and you know, living or hiking or whatever, living outside, going to the woods, whatever, rather than
The fuck was that?
those monkeys.
That was monkeys for sure. Oh, those are macaws? Oh, yeah, look at those. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw. I saw the.
So that's kind of what you're talking about, though, is that, you know, this week that you've been here on your land, there's macaws flying over us, and that's kind of just normal out here. It seems like the West and the men in the West have been completely neutered and detached from nature, and this is above politics. This is even above culture, but there is no reality anymore in the real world. A lot of people consider the first world the real world, and there's no more reality. And it seems like even if you just talk about it, people gravitate towards that. People gravitate towards real things because everything that they're sold is completely fake. Oh, you got one? You tapped a mosquito and he flew away. Yeah, they're strong out here. So it seems like especially young men and the young men who follow you are attracted to even just daydreaming about reality, and do you think that's why people like what you have to say?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say, was that once I got followers, I easily, like I was whatever, 20 or 19 or something, and I was like young and handsome white dude. I easily could have gone the direction of like, I could have been a fitness influencer or whatever other stupid shit. I could have, sold out and been like a Jake Paul type dude where I'm just like this vague entity that has a bunch of money and, whatever, does weird shit all the time for YouTube. But I kind of, I just think all that stuff's gay.
Yeah.
And I already liked, dude, they're like little pterodactyls.
Yeah.
I already liked shooting and hunting and hiking and fishing, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, eventually I liked, nutrition, raw milk, and all this stuff. And there really is no one popular that was saying any of that stuff, with the exception of, one or two people.
Right.
And I felt like there was a gap opening. But even then, I still. I
That's so sick.
wonder if this picks it up.
Maybe vaguely. I don't know. That's really cool.
Even then, I still don't want to be a figure, even if it's, not a bad one. So I will inevitably just leave the internet and just have a bunch of kids, and if I don't already, but I will leave for good.
Yeah. I mean, but you do. What about like when you have a third book or something? Do you just pop in? Will you just pop in once in a while and tell people you have something and then leave again, or?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to do because they ban me so frequently. So all I can do is, when I make something new, I have to make a bunch of new accounts, get people like Josh and, Sam and whoever else to share it. And
Yeah.
then every time I lose, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people. But it's not about, it's just about making sure someone sees it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I have to make a new account every time. But it doesn't matter. Just, I'm the one that's asking to fade out from internet
Right.
spotlight. So I'm getting what I'm asking for. It's just that the CIA's interns are doing it versus me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because um, over the years you've become less enamored with politics. You don't talk about politics. You don't pay attention to politics. I don't even talk to you about politics or anything like that. And I do agree that it's secondary to everything else that we experience as humans. Why do you think it is that even Teespring, where you just make merch that is not offensive at all, not the slightest, why do you think that you're getting banned systematically from everywhere? Why are you a target? I mean, to me it doesn't really make sense. I say worse things. I mean, if we're in their view, worse things than you do. So I don't understand why they're targeting you.
Um, I think that it is because I never cared about politics. Anything I did that was political, I did because it was like a job. It's like if I got a job at Dunkin' Donuts, I would learn about Dunkin' Donuts, and I would learn about how to make, whatever, a culotta or some shit. And I got a job in politics, and I had to, at least try to care about it. And, maybe Media Matters or something hired me in an alternate timeline. I would have been really obsessed with the other side. It doesn't really matter. I was just doing a job. But I think that because I started to not care about politics, that's what pissed them off, because that's how they keep certain people away from, it's a distraction. I don't have to overcomplicate
okay,
it. Politics is a distraction no matter how you look at it. Even if you're like in the deepest of even if you're in the deepest corners of politics, like you're still in that trench of like distraction. So I think that when these people like myself and I don't know who else start to go, wait, it doesn't matter, and then focus on actual reality, then you're starting to get banned and you're starting to get deplatformed. And in the case of Teespring, I don't know what it was that I got banned for specifically. They didn't tell me. They said it was a copyright, which doesn't make sense because I drew all my own shit. So that was a front. And then they eventually said something else. And what I'm trying to say is, once you stop caring about right and left and you start asking other questions, then yeah, of course you're going to piss them off. But when you really start breaking away from it and you literally do not give a shit about either side and you're all the way out there, finding a way to exist without them, then they get mad. And that applies to everything. That applies to, like, if you figure out a way to run your house without being on the power grid, will piss them off. If you find a way to have food that does not come from a grocery store, that'll piss them off. And that's just the common theme.